Good afternoon. This is Dr. Lundell reads Ulysses, coming to you live from the Gaslamp Quarter, downtown San Diego. And we're going to go on to page 9 here. And as you remember, Stephen is talking to Buck Mulligan, and Stephen says, "I'm not thinking of the offense to my mother." "Of what then?" Buck Mulligan asked. He says, "Of the offense to me." Let me move this. You don't want your books to bounce, people, because if they bounce, then they're going to make you dizzy. "Of the offense to me," Stephen answered. Buck Mulligan swung round on his heel. "Oh, an impossible person!" he exclaimed. He walked off quickly round the parapet. Man, homeboy really likes this word parapet. I'm going to have to look it up one day. Stephen stood at his post, gazing over the calm sea towards the headland. Sea and headland now grew dim. Pulses were beating in his eyes, veiling their sight, and he felt the fever of his cheeks. A voice within the tower called loudly, "Are you up there, Mulligan?" "I'm coming," Buck Mulligan answered. He turned towards Stephen and said, "Look at the sea. What does it care about offenses? Chuck Loyola Kinch and come on down. The Sassenach wants his morning rashers." His head halted again for a moment at the top of the staircase, level with the roof. Here. Oops. "Don't mope over it all day," he said. "I'm inconsequent. Give up the moody brooding." His head vanished, but the drone of his descending voice boomed out o'er the stairhead. "And no more turn aside and brood upon love's bitter mystery, for Fergus rules the brazen cars." Wood shadows floated silently by through the morning peace from the stairhead seaward, where he gazed. Inshore and farther out the mirror of water whitened, spurned by light-shod hurrying feet. White breast of the dim sea, the twining stresses two by two, a hand plucking the harp strings, merging their twining chords, wave white wedded words shimmering on the dim tide. A cloud began to cover the sun slowly, shadowing the bay in deeper green. It lay behind him, a bowl of bitter waters, Fergus's song. I sang it above in the house, holding down the long dark chords. Her door was open. She wanted to hear my music. Silent with awe and pity, I went to her bedside. She was crying in her wretched bed. For those words, Stephen, love's bitter mystery. Where now? And that's page 9. What do you think about that? It's the most important page of the whole book, if you ask me, in my humble opinion. Why? Because of the word parapet. You write about that in your papers, students. It's a free tip from your old pal Dr. Lundell. Parapet. Um, yeah, Buck Mulligan continues his arrogance, and then Stephen continues his poetic brooding down here. This is a narrator, or not the narrator. This is some kind of who is this? Who is this, and who is that? I guess it's the questions to ask if you want to ask them. You don't have to ask them. And then here I wrote a lot to learn about nature. I don't know why or when I wrote that, but Maybe it's the juxtaposition of these young boys beginning their lives, hurrying to their breakfast and making funny jokes while the true truth of nature slowly and silently unveils itself down here. All right, have a nice day.